Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Deidre, and today I will be doing a live along with Chef Belinda of the Flavors of Grenada, right here in Grenada. And what we'll be showcasing is two very wonderful chefs, our own Chef Miguel and Chef Nathaniel, and they'll be preparing some traditional Grenadian and contemporary dishes today, right? And today we are at the only beautiful Tower Estate in St. Paul's. So let me just switch my camera real quick so I can show you guys a little bit of the tower. All right. It is a beautiful place. It is the home of the blue tea, which will also be on display here today. All right. So let's head on over to where the live will be taking place. Here at the tower, you can have your own personal events. You can have family events because it have this wide open space right here. And then on the inside, it also has a wide open dining space. So you can have dinners, lunches, parties, birthday parties, anything along that line, right? And today, guys, I already told you guys that we're all about food and we're all about fun. We're about having everything Grenada. So Flavors of Grenada is about Grenada. Hence, we decided that we're going to have this live with them here today, right? And at our own Tower Estate. So right here we have Miss Isabel. She'll be coming along and she'll be showing off as well the blue tea I was just telling you about. So while we head over to the live, I'm just going to show you guys a little bit of the Tower Estate. Over here, we have the gazebo. And on camera is one thing, but you have to see it for yourself to really experience the beauty. All right, here we are. This plant here flowers a beautiful green flower, but um, it turns from green to pink, and there's no more green ones at the moment. So this is the pink one. All right. And there are many other flowers around here that's going to blow your mind because of how great it looks. It's a beautifully green place. All right. So I'm just showing off a little bit of the property, guys. I mean, I might not be supposed to be doing this, but yeah. I can't keep it to myself. You have to see some of this stuff before we start our live. All right. Now I would want to take you guys inside, but as I said, I don't think I'm allowed to go that far. So I'm just showing you guys a little bit of the Tower Estate. And I think the live is right about to start. So let me just run across here real quick for you guys to show you a little bit more of the Tower Estate. And then we're going to come right back for the live. All right. Beauty to the fullest. You're welcome, Miss Queen Batiste. All right. See. All right. So I'm going to bring you guys in one place called the Mango area. That's what they call it. It's under construction, I believe, at the moment. So I can't go too far in. So I'm not going to show you guys just a little pathway to the Mango area. Look at this. When I tell you you're beautiful, I think I'm joking. Not at all. And there's much more to see, but that's not what we're here for. We're here for the live. So let's get back down to where we're supposed to be. Come out to them people place and let's start the live. Okay? Here's a carambola tree. It's a really tall one. All right, guys. So the live has started. So let's hurry over so we can film our live. All right. So we're at the gazebo. And here we go. So we're ready? Ready? All right. Yeah. Tomorrow at morning, Chef Andre and Chef Elvis and Miguel. And we won't be here. No, I don't have to be. Oh, that was my question. No, I can be here. It's not a problem. I can be here, but we're not doing any cooking here. Like, you know, okay, but talk from here. No, the other two chefs are remote. They're cooking. Okay. Let's get a break. Okay. So this is the okay. All right. Don't mind them. Let's have another conversation. It happens, right? So we're starting live now. Well, yeah. So here we have Miss Isabel. She is the owner of the Tower Estate, right? And here we have Chef Belinda, the founder and owner of the company which we're broadcasting with today, Flavors of Grenada. All right. So I'm gonna keep quiet now because they're about to do their live, and I'm gonna see you guys afterwards. Give you that. This now, not this. Right, we're gonna do that because it takes a little while to buff up. I was like. I have 5 viewers. Hello, welcome, you guys out there all across the world, in the US, Canada, Europe, all over the Caribbean. I told you we were going to be here today at the Tower Estate, which is in St. Paul, and I have with me Isabel Slinger. And this is her estate, and it's a family estate, and I'm wearing blue to go with the blue tea today. And I told you about the blue. Remember we talked about the blue flowers. So here they are. So Isabel, tell us a little bit about this estate and what we do here.
Well, the Tower Estate is actually it's a large property that has a whole variety of spice and fruit trees and an organic farm, as well as we have one of the few remaining intact grape houses in Grenada that's currently over 100 years old. Wow. And we do lots of fun things here. Wow. We do culinary safaris, so you can come and learn how to cook with Chef Belinda.
We have one June 5th and June 6th. Make your reservation soon and come to this beautiful place. And we're going to tour the gardens and tour the estate, and we're going to cook together. So, right?
And we have art workshops on the same day, as well as interactive sessions where you can watch artists doing their work. So it should be a lot of fun for everybody. We also host weddings here. But one of the key things we are is that we're the home of the blue tea. So today we actually have a bit of the flowers that form the components of the blue tea. And this gives you an idea.
Oh yes, and I think you know what? I'm going to go boil some water. Right over here, we're going to just get the
water ready.
I did. I had it on just before, so we're going to show you just the beginnings of this before we get started. Whoa, look at that!
So you can see from the color. Well, the blue flower itself has a wonderful indigo blue color, and you can see that it quite rapidly begins the process of infusion.
Wow, we're gonna have some of that later on today. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yesterday we had lemongrass. Today we're going to have blue tea. Yes, folks, blue tea, and it's really, really, really good for you. And I'm looking forward to it. But I want to let you know today we have a whole host of things going on. We have two chefs here, a traditional and a contemporary. And we have Chef Miguel again. You guys met him yesterday. I know he's a wealth of knowledge. I know it was exciting. I know you learned a lot. And today you're going to learn even more. And we have Chef Nathaniel, who's our resident vegan chef. And he owns a company called Roots International. And he's the chef, the head chef. And he does a lot of different things. Today we have a secret. Remember I told you we were going to have breakfast today. And we're going to utilize one of our items that are in our national dish. Come with us. We're going to show you. Follow me. We're going to go a little bit through the garden as well. And you're going to see all the great fauna that is here. Now, let's get the sneak peek. Pineapple. Right here. Look at that. And as we go on our way, we're going to be cooking outside today. Remember I promised outdoor cooking? Happy. How are you? And we have
our friendly escort and security guard.
Here we are. Chef, we're getting started. We're having lots of fun. Look what's happening here. We have Chef Miguel, as I mentioned. He was going to be here. You remember him?
And good to see you guys again. Thank you for tuning in.
And then there's Chef Nathaniel, our resident vegan chef. So we're looking forward to it. I'm going to get back there and we're going to do some cooking together. Sip under the tree. It is a wonderful atmosphere, isn't it? So, what are we making today, Chef Miguel?
Well, I'm going to be doing for you our local traditional. We have some roasted breadfruit with some smoked herring, right? And I'm also going to be doing our local cocoa tea. Oh, right. You know,
are we doing the cocoa tea first, or
no? We're gonna do it. We're gonna have it with our breakfast. Okay. Right. I know you're you love cocoa tea. I do love cocoa tea. Belinda, right? And I'm guessing you might want to go the whole pot, but
I might.
I'll give you a cup so you can have some.
Great. And yes. Chef Nathaniel, what are you making for us today?
Well, blessings. Today, we're taking the traditional vibes on a more Ital side.
Oh, Ital. Okay, tell us.
So, we're going to be roasting off some breadfruit, stew that down in a golden turmeric coconut sauce. Ooh. With some stewed callaloo and ginger scented garden.
Did you hear that? Ginger scented. You can't smell. You don't have smell-o-vision yet. But if you could, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. So, I am here. I am going to be your assistant. So if you need anything at all, just let me know what I can mix up, cut up, taste.
I know you're really looking forward to the tasting part.
I'm looking forward to that so much. Okay, so we're going to get started because we don't want to take too long. I want you guys to really get the full benefit of what we're doing here today. We're focusing on both traditional and, as Chef Nathaniel said, a little bit traditional, but much contemporary. Okay, and we're utilizing all the natural herbs and spices that we found right here on the estate. We picked the callaloo this morning, the breadfruit as well. And so, and look at these carrots. Oh my God, look at those. Fresh carrots, right out of the garden. We cleaned them though, okay? And of course, from the herb garden over here, we have peppers, basil, thyme, and my favorite, we call them, they call them seasoning peppers or pimento. Very nice. Oh, and this is what's going inside the cocoa tea?
Yes, it is. Wow. We have a locally, organically grown cocoa, right? And then we have the cocoa. So we use that natural cocoa to make our lovely cocoa balls. We also have some fresh spices, and we also cinnamon spice, right? Right? The cinnamon stick, right? And we also have some bay leaf.
Isn't there a bay leaf tree right there?
It was picked right from this bay leaf tree right here. Okay. So as we see here, growing up, right, depends on the time of the day or the time of the morning. You don't always have time to go. Well, I grew up lighting my own coal pot, right? To roast the breadfruit, or you can have a small fireside or so.
Oh, like
right?
that one over there.
Like that one right here.
Wow.
Right? So as we look right here, to give it a quick turn around, this is how we roast breadfruit here in Grenada, right? Much as less, well, as far as the Caribbean, right? We have our coal pot, right? We have our local charcoal that we just put the breadfruit right on there and get that nice dark color all around, about just about 20 minutes, and then you have your nicely roasted breadfruit. And the other way that we also do it, we also could use the stovetop. Of course, you're gonna have to do a lot of cleaning in the end, but we also do it on the stovetop also. So this has been here for the past 15 minutes, right? And every time a side gets dark, you keep turning it and turning it. You keep rotating it so it cooks quite evenly, and you have your wonderful, nice, soft, sweet breadfruit.
Okay. Soft and sweet.
Soft and sweet.
Okay, cool. All right, so we're gonna get started. And it's not like it's chopped and we're gonna go. But we're gonna get started. I'm gonna help you, and I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna learn a lot myself today. And you guys are gonna learn amazing stuff. And for all those who know about the breadfruit, you get to see it again, and you get to enjoy watching us prepare it. Okay. Yeah. So I wish you could come down to Grenada now, but you should make your reservations and make it here. It's only 2 days that you have to quarantine if you're fully vaccinated, and you can spend some time right here with us at the Tower Estate at our culinary safari or at any of our culinary destinations in Grenada. Wonderful. Let's get started.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go right ahead and start chopping up my onions, my tomatoes, my peppers, my herbs. We have some thyme, we have some chives, we have some bell peppers, we have some garlic, right? And we're gonna coconut oil.
Coconut oil. Remember what I told you about that yesterday? Don't heat it too much. It's to die for. I'm looking forward to it. And Nathaniel, what are we gonna get started in doing over here?
We're gonna get started on the seasoning because that's the essential part of the ital pot.
Wow.
So we're gonna dice up and chop up some of these fresh herbs that we get from the garden, some rosemary and thyme, some chives, basil, peppers, and then so we had some coconut blended already, prepared for you guys. That will be the little secret to the pot.
Oh, very good. Okay, so go ahead and get started. If you need me to jump in and do anything, I'm here. I just need a little cutting board or something in the middle, but I guess we have our plate ready to go.
Yes, we do.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna leave you to this for a few minutes. Go ahead, talk to our audience, and let them know a little bit about yourself, Nathaniel. What do you? Don't cut yourself now. You don't have to look at the camera. So what do you do here in Grenada? Where can we see you? Where can we experience this wonderful food?
Well, right now we operating out of the coconut shop in Cadiz. Where you can get your daily meals from 12 o'clock. You can either get a soup or heavy food.
Okay.
We do.
And it's all item.
Yeah, straight plant no mix of it.
Okay, great.
So basically, I started cooking since I was 16. But
yes, I read that.
Yeah, but I recently started eating ITA.
Okay.
I recently started living that kind of healthy lifestyle, plant-based and everything. So I'd say approximately 4 years.
What made you change? What made you make that decision?
Well, to be honest with you,
honestly, that's what we like to see.
From the true, I search for something more in life, and again, tune with the most side. Okay. And you say, well, Nathaniel, you had to start to eat healthy. Okay. With a clean body, you get a clean mind. And with a clean mind, the blessing just flows.
Okay.
So I say.
What advice can you give to someone out there who wants to transition over from eating, heavy diet, a meat-based diet to a plant-based diet? What would you say to them? How would you say to make that transition?
Well, me personally, I would say that you have to start in your mind first. So for you, the decision has to be for you, not for anybody else. Not for the trend, not for the likes on Facebook, or going healthy or whatever. It has to be something that you desire, And if you want to live, You had to eat healthy.
Oh, that's true. And we all want to live, don't
And
we?
everybody wants to live.
That's right.
So I say when you look into food, don't just look at food as greens, but look at it deeper than that. Look at it for the nutritional aspects because from a pepper you get nutrients and vitamins. From a garlic you get the same thing. So when you're eating it, sometimes it might taste good and it just start, but you have to get the overstanding as to what that's doing for you.
Overstanding.
The overstanding.
You know? Not the understanding, but the overstanding. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, thanks for that. I think it's an important for everyone to know out there that living in Grenada, you can live this way, and everything is here available for you to enjoy. And you can just go out into your garden, pick your peppers, dig for your carrots, pick your breadfruit, you know, pick your pumpkin even, and you can make something that's organic and all natural, plant based. Yeah. So tell me, what's happening? We're making smoked herring?
Yes,
Is that
we
what we're
are.
making? Okay.
No, the thing about using smoked herring and what the fact I used to dread growing up was that when my mom has to cook it, I will used to have to be the one to clean it.
Oh yeah. And
Right?
I think that is like the most
The
difficult
most
thing.
difficult thing ever because I was once told you're not having smoked herring unless you're actually eating the bone.
Oh my.
Right? At first I didn't understand, right? Until
You realize there was so much bone.
you realize there was so much bones. But it
Okay.
is a part of the smoked herring. If you're having smoked herring, you don't get piece of bone in it, you should wonder what you're eating.
Wow. Well, at
Right?
least you know what you're eating,
Yes.
right?
Right.
It's not plastic. It's actually all natural.
All
right?
natural, done right here in Grenada, right? And the name speaks for itself. It's smoked herring, right? It's done on a slow heat. It's smoked for sometimes a couple of hours, sometimes like many people do it different ways. So basically, this here is a finished product. What you get, right, is also cured in salt, also so that it lasts longer, right? It's similar to the saltfish, but this has a more of a burst of that smoky, good flavor that you're looking for, right? But the thing is, once you prepare it, you have to boil it first, right? And then what would happen? All the meat will start to flake off of the bone.
You know, I heard that I understand that how this smoked salted fish came to be was by the people traveling on a ship in the 1700s,
Yes.
and they didn't have, of course, refrigeration, and so they salted all their meats and they salted all their fish so they can have protein on the way over to the Caribbean. So that's how I think that we ended up with salted fish, and now we do it here.
Yes. It's
Right
a part of
yeah.
our
Yes,
menus.
we sold our own fish right here in Grenada. Yes.
Right? So what I went ahead and did,
Tell me.
right? It took me a good while, but I went ahead and prepared some smoked herring in advance,
Okay.
right? So
So
I
you
don't have to spend hours picking the bones
Okay.
from the meat itself. Right? So I'm just cutting up my herbs and spices right now that will go into our smoked herring.
Okay, and those
Right?
herbs and spices are
We
the
have
thyme.
we have some thyme, some pimento peppers, some bell peppers. We have some our local basil. We have some chives, and that's what we're gonna go ahead and put into our smoked herring right about now.
So, do you need me to go and get a bowl for you, or we all set?
We're currently all set.
Okay.
Yes.
So, I just I have nothing to do.
Oh, shit. No, man.
Oh, so tell me, what can I do for you?
If you want, you can come over and chop up some of the chives on the cutting board still.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Let's keep a little pumpkin here, so.
Okay.
You know,
Okay, pumpkin.
pumpkin
Show them how to peel
straight
that.
straight from the garden, you know. Back in the days, the grandkin and them used to just pick up the pumpkin, sharp knife, and peel. But don't really try it at home like that. You know what I mean?
Well, unless they're professional like yourself.
Professional, you know.
But you know, I'm surprised about how many people aren't professional, but they do it like that, and they do very
and they
well.
get through.
Yeah.
Yeah, they govern it.
Right. So, what else goes in this? What are we making here right now? What's the first thing that we're making?
So right now we're going to put on the callaloo to stew down for a little while, because now the callaloo needs to cook. If callaloo isn't cooked properly, it itches the throat, you know.
Okay.
So you want to make sure that that cook. That go take the longest. We had the breadfruit on the fireside roasting already. As that come off, we will throw on the turmeric sauce.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the turmeric you have, you have turmeric?
Yeah. I have some turmeric that we just blend up fresh
look at
already.
that.
You know?
And that you could find that right here on the
Right in
farm.
the garden, right in the garden. You know what I mean? Yeah.
What about your knife here? It's not as
hammer.
Well, the key, folks, make sure that your
knives are sharp. Yes, yes, yes.
And then for all those people who, are not, professional, you have to really make sure that you keep your tools up the part and your fingers out of the way. So you keep them straight. Okay, so what can I put this in here?
Yeah, it's in the big bowl. Just turn on the fire.
Okay.
In the oil and simmer down some seasoning.
All right, simmer. I love the sound of that. Because when we simmer, we get to really, really blend all the flavors into our pot, right?
Flavor explosion.
Okay. Do we have a lighter?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna try it.
Yeah.
Stay on him. Just in case I catch a fire.
And to start the seasoning, we're using some of the coconut oil. Natural thing, good for the stomach, good for the system. But we don't want to get hot.
Lower it down. We're cooking live right outside here.
If I may ask a quick question, when you say you don't want to get too hot, why is that?
Because you don't want to, when you heat up the coconut oil too much, you burn out the vibes from it, you burn out the flavor, you burn out the
okay.
from it.
Okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
Because that's you said it and Chef Miguel said it, so just for, just to make sure as to why.
I think you want one.
You gotta ensure that the flavor that you're looking for is kept in the food. Because whenever you burn something, if you burn garlic, if you burn olive oil, the flavor that you will naturally get from the oil is gone, right? And you have that burnt, smoky flavor from it at that point in time, and that's not what you're looking for.
So with oil, they burn at different temperatures.
Yes,
Yeah.
they do.
So something like olive oil would burn at how?
Well, Chef Belinda will have better understanding of the
So
different
you're different. So we're talking oils. So
Oils,
we're talking
yes.
about coconut oil, olive oil, sesame
Vegetable oil.
and, different oils and the different temperatures that they actually start burning.
Yeah, the best way to cook for the temperature of the oil.
Well, they all have burning points and
Right.
and different heating capacity. And coconut oil is one of the ones that have the highest. It's at 500 degrees. I can't quote every single one, but
That's fine.
at the moment. But olive oil is has the least.
Okay.
We do sesame oils. It has a very distinct flavor, so you want to keep that flavor because it's already kind of toasted sesame seed, so you don't need to have additional heat. We use that in salads a lot, right? And in dressing. Okay, it looks like we got something on the stove, guys. Yes.
Just one more question about the oil. No, I don't want to stick for too long, but when oil starts to smoke, does that mean that it's too hot or it's just right?
It is.
Yes.
It's just
right when it's just start to smoke.
Right. But when when it sets on fire, it's too hot.
And
Okay.
you're right about that, Chef Belinda.
So be careful over there. All right. So you're good to go over here. Do you need me to chop up anything else, Chef?
Yeah, Chef. I
You're
know how good you'll be with the callaloo and the knife, but
I would have to go get my knives for that one. We'll let you. So basically, Chef Miguel, this is really something that's not really. It's not in a long cooking process.
No, it's not.
It's something that you can bar the cleaning of the fish. This is something you can put together relatively quick, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So this is something that traditionally that we eat in Grenada for breakfast.
Breakfast or even dinner.
For dinner, yes. I've had it for dinner as well.
It's a
Right?
Juve morning dish.
It's something you could.
Juve morning. Did you hear?
It's a Juve morning dish. You know that traditionally
Yes.
it's Juve morning.
That's it.
It's roast breadfruit and smoked herring.
Okay. There goes the.
So we're gonna put some coconut oil here in our pot,
Mhm.
and we're gonna start to saute up our.
Got sauteing going on over there. We got sauteing going on over here. Well, I can't wait.
No, I left some of the herbs back and the tomatoes back because we don't really want it to overcook, right? No, smoking is a thing you don't want to have it on the fire cooking for half an hour, an hour, just there boiling down. You want to get that fresh flavor, that smoke flavor from it. So you don't want to really kill all of that flavor by overcooking it,
Right.
right? So I'm just gonna go ahead and saute up most of our onion or garlic or chives or thyme or bell peppers or pimento peppers here,
Okay. Great.
right? Let that sit and sweat so all the flavor comes out,
Yeah, it comes in mix together.
right? Oh, and
That smells amazing.
yes, it does smell really amazing. We're gonna go ahead and flip our breadfruit right here. Make sure it doesn't burn for too long.
And when you see that color on the outside, that doesn't mean it's burnt, right?
It does not mean that it's
yeah.
burnt.
Some people who are not familiar might think so. But inside, it's nice, creamy goodness.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
A lot going on around here.
Yep, a lot. Smell the food. Cook up.
Got me fully hungry.
Okay.
Right, so we're gonna go ahead and add in our tomatoes now.
So, do you want these minutes to actually cook now?
Not entirely. Look at that.
Cattleman has a step
Right, so what we're gonna do, I've already deboned the smoked herring, but what we're gonna do, we're just gonna give it a quick chop, right? Because you want it to be evenly distributed, all the flavors to go in nice and properly.
Yeah. May I taste that?
Go right ahead.
A taste of that. Yes. Can't wait
Nice and smoky.
Nice and smoky. So you have everything in the pot over here?
So
Not everything, but next is gonna go in is the.
We don't really want to put in the coconut milk as yet.
Okay.
Because when you put coconut milk, you have to put oil.
Oh yeah. Hence the oil down, right?
Yeah.
So here we are. Back to the herring.
we're just gonna add in our smoked herring right now. And you want it to be a nice consistency. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add just a little bit more of some coconut oil. And if you realize I'm not adding any salt to our smoked herring here because it does have that little bit of salty flavor to it, but not too overpowering. Right? And this is here is what we're looking for. Right? Okay. So I'm just gonna set this aside and I'm gonna go right ahead and start to do my cocoa tea. Right, so I'm gonna just go ahead and get some water in this pot.
Chef Belinda, can we just give a shout out to RHN? She's commented saying, yes, Flavours, we are loving the vibe.
Holla, I know who you are. You're anonymous at RH Chin, but I know exactly who you are, and of course, thank you. We wouldn't be able to make this whole thing possible without you. So shout out right back at you.
And on that note, I also want to mention that Chef Miguel, your mom says she's viewing.
That's good, right? I was taught well by my mom growing up. Growing up, I was always the one in the kitchen with her. Like, I never got, whether I liked it or not, I never got a chance to say, okay, well, I want to go outside and play.
Oh, well.
Right? Eventually, I get to see the importance of actually learning how to cook, learning how to, I would not be here today if it wasn't for my mom. Right? She taught me how to mix proper flavors, how to utilize what we have around the house. Right? What I used to go down by the river and pick breadfruit. I used to go down and get my fruits, my sapodilla, go to the garden, dig up yam, and that is what I grew up doing. Right?
So, Mom, you have any tips for him today? Let us know. We'll come back to you. You can send a message. Let us know what he's doing wrong or what you would do differently. Okay.
What I was taught is very much instilled.
Yes, I'm sure.
Just a quick question regarding the smoke herring. I remember, I think there's another way of doing the smoke herring where you cut up all the ingredients after you just pour the oil in, right?
That's a sauce.
Oh, that's the sauce. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Right. So there are different ways of doing it, right? because we're gonna be serving it with our breakfast, you want that to be nice and soft, not too much of a crunch because the breakfast on its own is nice and creamy. So you want that nice goodness to you want the flavor.
Okay, stop it, stop it. Stop
Oh,
it.
I'm so
I
sorry.
know,
I'm so
I know
sorry.
that all of you are so hungry out there. I know you want to be here. Make those reservations. Get to Grenada, and if you're in Grenada, give us a call. 435-1579. Okay.
So what I'm gonna
Flavors of Grenada.
what I'm gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna go ahead and put we have our sauce pot right here.
Okay. That's for
With
the cocoa.
that's for the cocoa tea, right? And the thing is, many people do their cocoa balls in different sizes, right? So here, I like my cocoa tea to be nice and rich and full of flavor, right? I do not want it to be too runny, too heavy on the cocoa itself. So I just had just about 6 cups of water right here, right? And to every cocoa ball, based on the size, I put 2 cups of water, right? So I'm just gonna drop those in here.
So that means you have 6 cups of cocoa tea there?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so
And four is just for you.
435-1579. If you want a cup of cocoa tea, give us a call.
Right, so I'm gonna go ahead and add in some spices, right? Just about 2 leaves of the bay leaf because, or we call it Canadian borden. You don't want it to overpower the the cocoa itself. I'm also gonna add in some local nutmeg. This here is the nutmeg nut, right? That we use. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and grate in a little bit of nutmeg because you want that cocoa tea to be nice and rich in flavor, utilizing our local herbs and spices right here that we grow in Grenada.
Can you tell us some more benefits of the cocoa?
Well, the cocoa is good in antioxidant, right? It helps cool down the body. It helps hydrate the body. It helps
Great for your heart.
it's great for your heart, right?
And the cinnamon for the high blood pressure, right?
And also the cocoa for the high blood pressure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So it brings down your pressure. So you know, like when you have your cocoa tea in the evening or the morning, that
Yeah.
you have like a relaxed kind of feeling just afterwards.
There we go. We don't want
Boiling
to
up a storm over here.
Yes, it is.
And I think cocoa normally does that, right? If you don't pay attention, you just boil over and dirty up everything.
Yes, it does. I'm just gonna lower this down some more.
Let's go check out Chef Nathaniel. Let's see what he's doing.
so good.
And if you smell that cocoa right now, it's just oh my gosh. Can't
So,
wait to
so,
have
so, so may I have some?
no you can't. And your silver.
That's what he's doing.
So,
So now we're gonna work on the turmeric coconut sauce.
okay.
We wanna season down, we wanna saute down the seasoning, and then we're gonna add the turmeric, which I blended up with a little bit of water. And let us simmer down with the seasoning, get some flavor.
So tell me, what's turmeric? A lot of people don't know. I mean,
Well, I didn't bring a extra one today,
okay.
but turmeric is similar to the ginger, a tea plant root, where we plant it and it takes approximately 6 to 7 months to grow to maturity. We have it growing in our yard, in our backyard,
Right up there. We
like
have it
bush.
going.
A lot of people see it and don't use it, but it's a very healthy thing. You use it in medicine, you use it facial consumption, the whole work. So you're looking to get
That's
beauty
right.
tips, turmeric.
Yeah.
You're looking to get healthy,
There it is.
turmeric.
It's inflammatory. It's the right
Yeah.
anti-inflammatory, so it reduces inflammation in your body.
What,
And
just-
so
put
I've
nothing
even
in
a
there
friend of
at the
mine.
same
He brushes his teeth with
The
turmeric.
turmeric.
50 of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it has so many different
Healthy.
uses.
See what's
All the
ever happening
vegetables
there.
and things from the garden, healthy.
Right. Okay. And this is what it looks like when it's ground up.
This is what it looks like blended. So as you can see, we still have little
Those
pieces
fibers in there. Yeah.
from it, from the blend.
So,
Fresh.
so most of the people who are tuning in from around the world, they're not going to get turmeric like how we have it here in Grenada as the root. They'll get it as the powder.
Yes.
And can they do it the same things that you're doing with it with the powder?
Yeah, you can do the same
Absolutely.
thing.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Because basically what I believe Chef Nathaniel does is just grated it into that form.
Yeah.
So they, when you see it in the powder, they've dehydrated the turmeric and then ground it just like they would ground flour, and then there you have it, and it's it's quite potent even in its ground form.
And speaking of like turmeric tea as
Oh
well.
yeah.
Well, we have a special tea, the golden tea.
Golden
Yeah.
tea.
I know a lot of people hear about it before. It's the same turmeric that they use. Turmeric with a little bit of coconut milk or, almond milk. If you're using the animal products, then, but turmeric is something I think that is one of the foundation uh, medicine and foundation lifestyle for people in the Caribbean. Granny used to always say, yes, you join something here, drink some turmeric tea or sap it with the turmeric, so it's easy.
And what do we call it locally here, turmeric?
Saffron.
Saffron.
Yeah, yeah.
But as you know, all you other people who are out there in the UK, possibly, or in Europe, saffron is also it's something else. So we call it saffron here, but there's a saffron thread or comes from a flower, right? But we call it saffron. Oh wow, some real action happening on this side.
So that's just the start of the sauce that we do right here.
We go with the
Heat? Yeah, fine too.
all right. Just want to make sure because this is doing well over here.
You just wanted to get you want the heat now to caramelize the onions and the garlic and everything. So when you throw in the turmeric, you had a flavor done set already, you know what I mean?
Is there any oils you put in there?
Yeah, we didn't use too much oil, just a little bit of oil. Because we don't want the sauce to be too oily. Coconut milk will then feel
A little bit of oil, right?
oil, you know?
Okay.
So it's a balance. Just going to strain out a little bit of the turmeric inside of this vessel now. I'll say to when you're using turmeric, try to have a glove close by because it's something that is stain a lot.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I was gonna say with the
That's why I
turmeric
woke
is
my blue today.
yeah, yeah. But on the flip side to that, if you're using turmeric so you can get it back as a butter, you can mix it down with chia or cocoa fat, and it actually gives you a lovely glow. Just don't wear white. It gives you a lovely glow to your skin.
Isn't that something I would think so? Because it has the natural yellow coloring and golden coloring.
When we have people who come here as guests and visitors and they haven't got that sun yet, they could use a little bit of good turmeric.
I can imagine that it's also probably good as well for even reneging sunburn because it does help with inflammation, as does the aloe vera. So, here goes the coconut piece.
Inside here now we have the coconut. Same thing, fresh
You
and
prepare
blended.
this yourself, the coconut?
This morning, you blend it up, you had a little bit of it inside of here. With coconut milk, you doesn't want to boil the coconut milk too much. Because when you boil coconut milk too much, you get the oil. That's how, well, I think Chef and Miguel did some speaking on making coconut oil yesterday.
Wow, you were watching.
So maybe we should do a session on making coconut oil and making coconut milk.
I'm making coconut milk. Yes, folks, all those people in the U.S., all my friends out there, coconuts do grow on trees, but the milk has to be made from the coconut. You just don't open the coconut, there's milk inside. You have to add water and squeeze, shred, and then squeeze the water to get coconut milk. That's what you might see in the can. That's what he has done here. But if you don't have the fresh coconut,
We are live.
we are live under a tree. You can go to the market and buy it in a can. You also can buy fresh coconut as well. Okay? All right. If you stick
Look at that color.
We're squeezing out the rest. Look at that.
The coconut milk, as Aboriginal always tell me, don't throw the hooks until you finish cook.
Exactly.
Because they could always add water to the hooks and squeeze it again until they realize that you're not seeing that white juice coming from it, So you never throw the hooks until you finish because you're throwing away some flavor.
And you wouldn't want to do that.
And I feel like a lot of people don't know how to prepare the coconut, right, to make the coconut milk. So many years ago, and I don't see them now, my grandmother, she would have like, it almost looks like a cutlass, and at the end, it has like a jagged edge, and she would sit on it and then grate
Wow.
it,
Yes.
grate
Oh,
the
yes,
coconut.
yes, yes.
Like you just cut the coconut in half, and you sit there and grate out all the husk.
And you gotta watch those fingers.
Yeah.
Gotta be careful with it.
That's for sure. So, gonna go to the breadfruit already.
Yes, it
Wow,
is.
look at that.
Right. So what we're gonna do, we're not gonna be using the entire bread. What you want to get is on the inside. Right. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this down. And when you open it out,
Wow, look at that.
and this here is
Beautiful.
what we're looking to get. Right. That nice soft. Oh wow! I have to taste this.
I think I want to taste it too. Come on,
Wow.
let's
It's
go. Let's
nice.
go. I
It's
know you. I know you want to taste it too, but
I've heard that it tastes great with butter as well.
yes, it does. Right? Whenever I have to go
mm,
outside and cut
wow.
roast breadfruit, I'll always have my butter there right by my side.
Hmm.
So by the time the breadfruit reaches inside the house for my mom to finish preparing it, half is already gone.
Wow.
And if you do have a little bit of leftover from the breadfruit,
Well,
what do you do with that
what we
afterwards?
usually do, right? Breadfruit it can be stored in the refrigerator for a short time, but what we will do the following either the night or the morning after, we will actually take the same breadfruit and we will fry it,
In a
right?
little
And
coconut oil?
with local coconut oil
Yes,
to bring out that flavor from
of
it,
course.
right? So we're gonna go ahead and just give this one more cut.
So you eat it straight from the skin, right?
Yes, we can also eat this from the skin too, right? Just simply break it off like this, right?
Ah, I'll take a piece.
Um, there you go.
Mm.
So, for somebody who's not from the Caribbean, okay, what could you liken the flavor and the texture of a breadfruit similar to?
Well, for all those who are not familiar with the breadfruit, it's actually not sweet like fruit. It's more like what do you call the texture of it? Not a
Well,
potato.
it's not a
It's
potato,
starchy like a potato, but
but it's a
creamy.
nice creamy like a custard.
That's right.
But it has that nice creamy custard flavor from it, right? It's in a sense almost similar to a soursop, but the flavor is different, right? There is more of a subtle sweet flavor from
Mm-hmm.
it, right? It literally melts in your mouth, right? And it has that all the good starch and everything that you're looking for.
So you take out this piece, huh?
You always take out the guts, yes, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't eat the middle part, right? 'Cause that's basically where the seeds are, right? And this here is very stringy and very hard at times. So all we do, we just take out, as I'm going to show you here right now, right? So we're just going to make sure we don't get much of the charred skin, right? So we're just going to cut.
And also, I have in the past let this breadfruit get overripe. Just let it sit and get soft and soft. And as you do, it becomes sweeter and sweeter. And what you can do as it gets sweeter and sweeter, it's almost now at this point like actual sweet fruit. And what I have done with it, I've made ice cream, breadfruit ice cream.
But you know,
Right.
I've also made breadfruit punch, right?
Punch.
I've also made mashed breadfruit, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's so many different ways you can actually utilize the breadfruit plant,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the breadfruit itself. You could do so many things with it. And most people might only have it, they only know breadfruit as to be in our local oil down,
True. Very
right?
true.
But breadfruit can be used for so many different things.
I know we do breadfruit chips as well,
Breadfruit
right?
chips, exactly. So it's not only the French fries that you
Right.
have, we have the breadfruit chips
Right.
as well. We have our local sweet potato chips also.
Yes. And yesterday, if you remember, audience who tuning in, we had uh, breadfruit as well. We talked about breadfruit yesterday, and we had breadfruit flour in our plantain croquette.
Exactly.
So what you would do, you would dehydrate this and then grind it into flour.
Exactly. And it's very healthy for those healthy conscious individuals
That's right.
out there, like Chef Nathaniel, of course. Yeah. Right?
And so, where would you get a breadfruit from? Say, if you were not in Grenada, I mean, we have them. This all around, driving around in Grenada, you can see breadfruit everywhere. It's
Everywhere.
breadfruit season now. But if you're in the US or you're in Europe or in UK, would you be able to go to like your local
West Indian market? There's so many of them all over, and even the Asian markets also might have breadfruit because in Hawaii and in Asia there is breadfruit as well. I believe it's a different name, but you know what it looks like. We showed you what it looks like, and
But it is not similar to the jackfruit.
no, it's
Because
not.
the jackfruit is also very similar to our local breadfruit, but it is much bigger,
And
right?
longer.
And longer, and
has
the flavor is
seeds,
different. And very huge seeds. Our local breadfruit does not have the seeds as the jackfruit might have. So as it is, quite wonderful.
We're gonna get started. I'm ready to eat. I don't know. We're gonna get back. See something plated. Is this the plate for it?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so we're gonna get started in a bit. Plating that up. I'm not sure how much time we have left, but I definitely want to make sure that
We are ready, man.
we get this part sorted. Oh, you even go to the end and you just really just get the last of that, don't you?
You have to get it. That's
Yes,
a flavor.
good to the last drop.
So you realize you're looking at it lighter than
Yes.
it was the first time. I mean, the milk come out of you there already.
Great. And I guess you are also doing something with your breadfruit, huh?
Yeah, man. May I put the breadfruit inside of the turmeric?
Okay. Okay. So I wonder, do we have any questions out there? Anybody want to ask Chef Nathaniel or Chef Miguel any questions about their dish? We will make sure that it is available. The recipe is available on our site. We will put it up later on. But if you have any questions about these two dishes or about these two chefs, these two amazing chefs, please go ahead and type in the comment box. Okay. Lighten it up again. All right, Chef Miguel. How's the cocoa tea? Because I have my cup here waiting.
See that? And what we usually do, we just let it boil for a while. And what I did, I lowered the heat a bit so it does not boil over.
Okay.
And how we serve our cocoa tea here in the Caribbean, we use condensed milk.
Okay.
Right?
But I know that there are some people who don't use milk.
Yes.
I am one of those people. I have used coconut milk, and it's so amazing.
So we can utilize the coconut milk.
That's
We can
right.
utilize the almond milk,
Right.
which is right here.
Yes.
Right? We could utilize some of the coconut milk that we have there
utilize some of
from.
the coconut milk to have maybe two, so we could give like a contemporary and a traditional cocoa tea.
We could, but we're gonna have to do that later.
Yeah.
Because maybe you could save some back. Maybe you could save some back for us. Let's see. How can we do that?
Can we take a cup out?
What we're gonna do? We're just gonna turn off this.
Oh, you have to strain it off as well, right?
Yes, because we don't want that grime from the cocoa itself, right? And I know most people don't like to feel that griminess, that
grit, right?
that grit in their mouth.
Okay.
Right. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna go ahead and strain off some of this cocoa right here.
Oh, you have a nice easy hand now.
I do. Chefs have wonderful hands. Right? There's a saying that we could also be doctors,
Well, the doctors,
right?
Doctors, you definitely are.
Yes, we are. Very much so for doctors.
You have to know a lot about food, and this is something that, so that's, you just put it right inside the cup like
Yes.
that? Okay.
And then we just give it a quick stir. Right? Most people might not like it that sweet, or most people might not like even the milk in it at all.
That's true.
So if you don't, okay, so we're always trying to, as much as we love our heritage, trying to look at things that we could do a little bit different to make us a little bit more healthier, and especially with the sugar, and we're known for having lots of diabetes in the Caribbean. So if we wanted to do an alternative and not use condensed milk, how could we do that? What's another good milk that we could use?
Well, we could use, as I said, the almond milk or even coconut milk, right? And we could use honey as a sweetener. right? So we don't all have to use the sweetened condensed milk, which is high in lots of fat in most cases or so, right? Most people don't like it because it's an animal-based product, right? So we could use almond milk, we could use the coconut milk, we could also we even have the oat milk also that could utilize instead of the condensed milk, and we could use our local sweeteners like honey, for example.
Because the oat milk doesn't have such a over flavor. So
Yes.
then if you mix that with the cocoa tea, you're gonna get the full flavor of
Of
the
the cocoa
cocoa
tea, it
coming
does
through
not.
without
Yes.
the flavor of the coconut or the almond if you don't
Yeah.
like that nutty
Okay.
flavor.
I have a really
Right.
strange question. Would you say that soy milk could be used in this as well?
Yes, it can be used.
Okay. One question
I'm sure something that people asking.
from
So let's hear it.
from Miss Batiste. She asked, "How does she get her shirt? She's very hungry."
Share.
Well,
She's very
there is
hungry.
always there's Leah, right? We could FedEx it, right? There are different ways in which we could actually ensure that she gets her share.
Oh, you
Because
know
I'm
we.
sure a lot of our viewers out there are very much hungry right now.
That's right. I'm right here and I'm hungry right now. So let's get started. We don't have much time left, so we want to make sure we get everything on the plate. All right.
Sorry.
Right? So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is just I already went ahead and cut up some of my breadfruit right here, right? And I'm gonna utilize the breadfruit
Oh, how
itself
innovative. Look at
to
that.
plate our dish here today. Okay?
How innovative. This is like charcoal, isn't it?
Yes,
Also.
but in most cases, chars are like whatever if you're using barbecue or so, it is a bit healthy for you also, right? High in minerals, right?
Okay, so looking forward to
What we're gonna go ahead and do is just give this a quick wipe off.
the board
No,
on the plate.
right? Because you're looking for a clean finish, of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's just gonna topple over. I guess there's some pieces here for me.
Okay. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and place some of our smokering
Oh,
on
yes.
top,
Mhm.
right?
I want top.
Yeah. Okay, so just gonna have this right here. And if you look at that, okay.
I don't know extra.
So we can also utilize some of the oils from the coconut oil because as you know it's very healthy, right? We're just gonna drizzle some on top here. Wow, look at that.
Mhm.
Right? I know some people they love their smokering so much that they also want to have some
Like,
on the plate.
that's me. When I
And
would
that
have some on the
and
plate.
that's Chef Belinda, of course. Wow, look at that. Some right
That's
here.
what I'm talking about. That is what I am talking about. So
Little
we're looking
garnish.
for a little garnish there. And a stick right there. Oh yeah, I like it when you know when everything falls naturally. That makes it even better.
Beautiful.
Thank you very much. So, bon appetit and do enjoy.
Thank you, Chef Miguel.
So I'm gonna take this plate and we're gonna go and have some blue tea in a short minute. How you doing over here, Chef Nathaniel?
You're doing good. We just doing up the carrots
Oh,
and
look at that. Beautiful carrot
vegetables.
and the ginger scented, as you say.
A quick question, Chef Nathaniel. How long would you say the kalu took to fully cook?
The calorie take probably like a 15 to 20 minutes
Okay.
on just the right heat.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see you cut open your breadfruit there. We missed that.
Move the little too fast for you guys.
Now,
Sweet smell, sweet smell. That's what you can do. You can take out the carrots and put them in here.
Well,
Yep. Keep the vegetables popping.
wow, beautiful is that?
The beans will be like the beans. You don't cook the beans too much either, you know.
Al dente.
Yes, sir.
And al dente means to the minute. And so the vegetables are crunchy. And we also use that term with rice and we use that term with pasta. But here in the Caribbean, we use those terms for vegetables. Al dente. And the ginger that you have here, I think it kind of blends with the oil and the flavor is just incorporated into the vegetable. So, how are we doing here with this? This is pumpkin,
Yes. Yeah.
my favorite. And I find that the pumpkin here in Grenada are the sweetest pumpkin I've ever tasted. Okay.
So you just turn back on the heat for the sauce.
In the U.S., and I know that everybody wants to make it out to the famous barbecue today. It's the first day of official summer to be on the beach in the U.S. I know a lot of people are not, if they're not there already, they're headed there, right? But instead of barbecue here in Grenada, this is what we do. Chef, can I take this out now or we good? Okay. So we'll turn that side down. This one's this side? Yeah. Okay, awesome. Look at that. I love those gentle. Luckily, we're outside, so it's the compost goes right back into the garden.
Can you just recap what we have in the saffron sauces?
Well, in this sauce here, we started off with the seasoning, onions, garlic, seasoning peppers, chives, thyme. And we just put on some turmeric to simmer down with that, and we added some coconut milk to the finish, and put our breadfruit in there just to soak in that good.
Love the goodness.
Mm.
So, look at that.
And what do we have in this dish, Chef?
In the dish there, there's a callaloo that we steam down for a little while.
Right. We steam it down with the
Coconut milk.
coconut milk, peppers, onions, a little basil, and is there any thyme in here, Chef?
Yes,
And
and
a little
thyme as
thyme.
well.
Okay. Ooh, wow, look at that. Ooh,
Oh, that looks amazing,
it
Chef.
doesn't it?
It also brings back memory of our local oil dung too, you know.
That it does.
That is where the whole inspiration comes from.
Right, of course.
With no meat,
With no
No
meat.
meat,
no
no meat,
fish.
you know.
And then you have the vegetables on the side, which I love. Oh, so you're actually putting it all in, putting it all in one plate. Fantastic. Wow. I mean, I hope all these vibrant colors, the more colorful your food is, the better it is for you. And you build up your immune system. And during this time, we want to make sure that we have, can I, may I? Yay.
Finishing touch.
Yes.
We're just gonna drizzle some of the sauce on that.
Oh, yes. That's my favorite part.
Can't leave out the sauce.
That's my favorite part. And oil down, my favorite part is the salt. Okay. So that is, there you have it. And we're just going to clean it up, of course, because we want to make sure. Huh.
7, 5, 5, 5. We can just,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Well, put it this way. And even if you want some vegetables on the side, you can. Okay. Well, guys, there you have it. Live from the Tower Estate. If you want to have any of this experience, this is where you can find it, right here in Grenada. Call 435-1579. I will put you in touch with Chef Nathaniel if you want some ital lunches and dinners, and or if you want something from Chef Miguel at Flavors of Grenada. Remember I told you about the blue tea? Yes, so we're gonna go over and check it out now. We know that it's kind of now a little ready for us. Be careful there.
All right, guys. So that's it for me and the live today. I'm gonna go be trying to beg probably for some of what was just prepared. But thank you for joining us. I'm so sorry, by the way, for the beginning of the live. The camera was turned the wrong direction, but I was so excited. I missed that. I apologize if you had missed anything. And I hope that you guys caught this. If not, you can always come back and look at it. Please remember to like and share this video, and please subscribe because we have this and much more coming up. We will be linking up with Flavors of Grenada again to do some more of these videos. And of course, catch me for our videos that we have coming up along with Chef Miguel. So thank you again for being with us, and we will see you again at our next live video and a next video done by us. All right. See you soon.